Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a Chanel starter makeup kit. If you could only have certain items in a for everyday use, which items would be advisable to buy basically. And what I'll do is I'll do a get ready with me doing what the products that I'm using, the Chanel products which I'm using. So today what I've done, I do have my, as usual, my mascara on. Just saves lots of time on the video. It saves it being hours long. And I have my trusty little makeup bag with all the Chanel products I would use. These shades are what I would use, but you could buy them in obviously the shades that suit your skin tone better. I prepped my skin, moisturizers, eye cream, etc. And yeah, I'm going to get into it now. Just before I start, if you're new to my channel, my name's Beauty. I do all reviews on high-end products which I buy, and that is the point. I do buy my own beauty products. I review them as I purchase them basically, and I just let you know if they're any good or if you could give them a miss, if, you know. Oh, by the way, sorry, Fluffy's in the background, so I hope he's not going to be a distraction throughout the video, but I haven't got the heart to kick him out the room and he sleeps on this bed a lot. Let's carry on. Yeah, I was saying my name's Beauty. I run my own channel. I just wanted you to know I hit a milestone yesterday, a tiny milestone in comparison to plenty of other YouTubers out there, but I hit 10,000 views. Considering I don't have thousands of subscribers, I think that's pretty great. So yeah, if you're one of the people who have watched my video or any of my videos or shorts, please see yourself to hitting that like button if you enjoyed it. And also it would be such a massive help if you subscribe too. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm going to do a big giveaway. It'd be worth you subscribing. Yeah, anyway, let's get back into it. When Fluffy settles down, that is. First off, I've got my base, and the base, so I do own two bases. I own the Blanc de Chanel, which is the very white one. I showed that in my last video, so if you go to my last video, you'll see me applying it there. Today, I wanted to do the number one Chanel. So this is the number one skincare line. They've made products with the skincare in. So the first one is the soft pink, and so give it a shake, and that is it there. And I'm going to put that on my skin now. I'll just pop it on the back of my hand so you can see what it's like. There we go. So it is like a really quite a warmish beigey, deep beige tone, but it does not go on your skin like that. So yeah, I always try and use a base because it helps for the makeup to basically adhere to the skin. Sorry, the foundation. And it also illuminates your skin, evens out slightly any tone, any skin discoloration as you get older. Certainly as I'm getting older, I've got plenty of skin discoloration, especially around here. That is my base on, and it's suitably, as you can see, quite glowy. Next up, I'm going to do my foundation. I've got BD21 in the numero uno, or number one line, however you want to call it, and that is the shade there. So I'm normally B20 in Chanel, but I wanted to try the BD21 this time. I sometimes find B20 can be a bit pale in some of their lines. Certainly in the Le Beige line. Years ago they'd done Le Beige foundation, and it was much more of a matte finish, and the B20 was really ghost-like on me, but the B30 was too dark, so I couldn't buy that particular foundation. However, changed the formula, and I can wear B20 in it now, and it made it more illuminating, which was great because the matte one just wasn't very good at all. So I put 1.5 pumps to begin with there, and what I'm going to do is just, so yeah, I will always have a foundation in my capsule collection, basically not to put tons of colour on my skin, but more to even out my skin, because as I just mentioned, as I'm getting more mature, I'm starting to get a lot of skin discoloration. Sorry I'm not looking at you, but I need to see what I'm doing here. So yeah, basically I like to try and even out as much skin discoloration as possible. Just put that across my forehead, a bit around my eyes, slightly under the chin, the gruesome chin, double chin as I call it, and yeah. And then any further, so it's quite a light, this one is quite a light foundation. You can build it up slightly, but I find if you want a medium coverage, you're better off to go with Le Beige. But today I want to use this one because it's a bit of a, it's got the skincare benefits and it's a nice glow on it as well, you know. It is a nice foundation actually, very nice. Not unlike Vita Lumia Aqua, which is more water-based and less skincare based. So I would say this is the Vita Lumia Aqua version of this one is like the Vita Lumia Aqua, and it's a skincare version rather than the water-based version. So yeah, that is my foundation and base on. Next up, I'm going to do my concealer. So I have this little boy concealer. I don't know whether you remember the makeup range that came out for the boy. It's great. It's a little stick form. I'm virtually at the very end of it, but I do still want to use it today. I do use other concealers as well, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to keep it all Chanel's. I have a little brush which I'll use for it, and I will get it out and then apply it on my skin. There we go. And it's quite a really nice natural emollient concealer, because don't forget it's been designed so men can wear it as well without it being very obvious. There's they're wearing concealer. I find it really nice because it's a great one for your handbag as well, but it's great so you can touch up during the day if you need to, because I have dark circles. It's great. It doesn't go cakey under the eye. And also I've got a blemish here to get rid of. Around my nose is always red. Where else next? Yeah, some there. So any little blemishes I will just cover up. I'm a coffee stain, what I call my coffee stain, which is a little birthmark here. Looks like a coffee stain. So yeah, there you go. And it's just lovely and emollient without being greasy. It's really nice. And that I prefer from Chanel actually. But this I prefer over the other one they do, which is in the clear tube with the doe foot. I actually prefer this one. So this is Boy de Chanel concealer stick, and it's in the lighter shade. So just in case you want to look at that. Next up, I'm going to powder my skin. So I have my trusty crystalline poudre white powder. You can buy white powder from Chanel. So this is why I'm using it, because you can still, all these products you can still purchase. Now, I'm using my trusty old Chanel powder brush here. It's quite a large powder brush, and it's as good as the current powder brushes out there. But however, the reason why I'm using it is because I've washed all my makeup brushes today. I didn't know whether I was going to film today, and I thought, well, it's a good time to actually film, so I had to use some of my other brushes that I don't normally use. But yeah, it's a good one for blending out any harsh lines as well. That is, I put very gently powdered my face, not too much, because obviously you don't want it settling into your lines. But if you don't powder, I find in the marionette and under the eyes the foundation and concealer will settle in. So that's why I always choose to powder, just gently powder. Next up, we've got the Le Beige cream bronzer. Now this is iconic for Chanel, and it's one of my favorites, and I've got it in shade I have 392 Soleil Tan medium bronze. So there it is there, and I will do a swatch of that for you as well. So it comes with the gold C's, and then that is the shade there. It's a slightly deeper shade, but I quite enjoy it. It's not too warm as well. Let me get, I'll just blend that out there, as you can see. And it blends out lovely. It's really nice. I'm just using a Real Techniques because my current bronzing brushes, let me just get my current bronzing brush is being washed, which is the favourite one I use. So yeah, I just take some and then take some off the back of my hand with the back of my hand, otherwise you can end up with too much. Just contour slightly with that, just to give a natural finish but give some colour to your skin. And then I go under the double chin there. Take the glasses off a minute, just to do a bit of contour, and down the neck, and then a little bit across the forehead with what's left on the brush, and a tiny bit contour around my nose as well, just to give definition. Okay. And that is the Soleil Tan de Chanel. Next up I want to do my blush, and my blush today is the Jouer Contrast powder blush from Chanel. So this one is in 02 Rose Bronze, but you can get plenty of shades in these. So if you can't get this exact shade, well, there's plenty of others that are very similar. I tend to buy a lot of similar shades, me, in these blushes. And then that is it there. And it's a lovely colour. It really is a rosy bronze colour. Got a lovely sheen on it, you can see there. And then what I'll do is I'll do my trusty Chanel contour brush, and I use that for the blush. And then again, I'll do it with this mirror this time. It just gives a lovely healthy flush to the cheek. And it works well with the Tan de Soleil as well. See that there? There we go. And I'm putting it on a bit heavier just so you can see it a bit better. Otherwise you wouldn't see it if I put it on the way I normally do. So yeah, that's it there. Just nice little healthy flush to the cheeks. Then the mascara, I also, just to let you know, I used today was the Noir Allure mascara. Normally this is a sample size. I haven't got my favourite one at the moment. My favourite one is the Volume de Chanel is my favourite one. But I don't mind this one, and I have put it on today. Okay. Next up, before I do the eyeshadows, I'm going to do my brow. I normally do that first. And this one is the Chanel Sculpting Pencil in 30 Brun Natural. And I find it's really a nice shade for my eyes. And I used to use this constantly. Since I've been using that new one by Victoria Beckham, I haven't really used it, but it is a really great pencil. And it does set down and stay in place. So you can see it does fill in the brow, and then the spoolie on the back I just brush through, and then any bits missed I fill in again. Let's put this up this way. Yep. There you go, and I'll just do the other side to match it up. Yeah, it's a lovely pencil, and it lasts ages, by the way, because it actually is a normal pencil you sharpen. So it's so worth the money. Good value. And they do so many shades, so if this is too pale or too dark, they do even lighter ones and darker ones, obviously. I always find, as part of a capsule collection, I would never skip the brows, ever. I just think it's so important to have a nice brow, especially as you're getting older, because if you give the illusion you've got a fuller brow, it's quite youthful. I sort of don't like all the fillers and Botox and stuff because they're so unnatural and they're so obvious. Unless you pay an absolute fortune, it's so obvious. It's not a good look, you know, when it is obvious, I mean. And there you have it. There's my brows done. Like I say, I think it's about £26 for this pencil. I'm sort of halfway through, but it's usually quite a long pencil. It lasts ages, so it's well worth the money. And Fluffy's just messing around there in the background. Sorry about that. Yeah. Next up, I'm going to do the eye. So what I have is the Lay Ombre. I've got the tweeds, but it's just the quadra eyeshadow with the classic 4 eyeshadows in. I just like the day wear ones personally. And this one is 04 Tweed Brunet Rose. It's just going with this everyday look, capsule look. So if you remember, it come in that lovely tweed fabric case. There we go. That is the back there. And I just want to do a quick eye look for an everyday eyewear. And there are the shadows there, and I'll just quickly swatch them if you didn't pick up this particular set. So I'll do all 4 shades. And if I was just having a quick everyday look, this is what I would do. So there they are there. So if you can see them. So just to go through. And the bottom one is the pale pink. Then the second one is that shade is there. The third one is this one. And it's got like quite a nice little goldy sheen. And then the fourth one is the dark brown. MAC 224. It's a blender, but I'm going to do the very pale shade. And I'm going to put it, as I like to do, just above the crease. And then blend down, and then it's the same just above the crease. Just keeping it nice and pale. Then all the MAC brush, this one is the 223. It's a great little brush, that. And that's great for the ideal for more in the corners of the eye. So just to give a tiny little pop. There. If you can see that. Just tiny little pop in the corner. And blend it slightly up to meet. So that's what I do there. A Lancome medium-sized shader brush, and I'm going to pop the paler shade into the corner there and bring it through to most of the way through the mobile lid. So yeah, for my capsule collection, I would have all natural everyday wear colours, because with these you could deepen them up for a night out if you wanted, so you wouldn't have to buy extra products. And there we go. And then the reverse side of this brush, I'm going to go into the more deeper colour here and do the ends, blend out there to the outer edge, and the same on this side, and just blend through to the actual crease. Okay, so it's literally almost like a no makeup look. Then I'm going to take my very fine Dior brush. It's like a fine little liner brush there, and it's my Dior one, and it is in 20, gosh, I can't see that, 24, number 24. And I'm going to take the very deep shade, and I'm going to go under my eye to just define under the eye a bit, and then up to lift the eye up a bit, and the same on the other side. Sorry. And again, these colours are so beautiful, you know, they're really flattering on mature eyes. But the thing is, if you can't buy these particular ones anymore, Chanel does do so many lovely neutral palettes, you know, so you won't be short of finding one. And then what I want to do is I just want to take another shader brush, and this one is a more of a detailed brush from MAC, and it is, see, the problem is these 202, I believe it is, and I'm just going to take the darker shade again, and I'm just going to blend up a little bit into the crease to give a bit more definition, not too much. See, just a tiniest bit, just to give a little bit more definition to the eye without it being overkill. Okay, so let's look at that. And then I'll just quickly, and with blue eyes, these colours go so well with blue eyes as well, because they're warm browns with the pink. The pink's got a hint of, very mild hint of gold in it. And then, so that's it there. If you can see that. I'd like to know what you think. Then, last of all, I'm going to take the pink on my finger there and just a little bit into the centre. Just a tiny bit. See, just to give a little bit more vibrance. So with an everyday look, I wouldn't bother with an eyeliner on the top. Last up, to complete the eye look, I'm going to just use my little trusty pencil, cold pencil in Blair, and just pop it onto the waterline, just to brighten up the eye slightly. I feel like my step in the makeup routine is never complete without doing that. And then, sorry, I forgot to do something. I forgot to put a highlighter on my cheek. So today I'm going to use Le Beige Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid in Pearly Glow. So I bought this a couple of years back. I have the sun-kissed one as well. But this one is just a beautiful, really natural, such a natural highlighter. Great for the tops of the cheeks. So let me just put it there. You can see that there. It's just stunning. And I think I've got enough on my finger to do both sides. So let me just do that. And it's always great to have a natural highlighter. I find because this is really liquid and illuminating, it doesn't seem to interfere with the lines around your eyes, but it does set down, but it doesn't interfere with the lines around my eyes. Can you see that there? And then I'll pop a bit down the centre of the nose to the tip. Just a tiny bit there on the little cupid bow. Yeah. That's it. So yeah, the tiniest amount. I mean, that bottle will last absolute years. It will last years. And it just sets down lovely to a lovely sheen, if you can see there. So next up and last, but certainly not least, is the lip. And the lip, two iconic products actually to do the lip. Number 156, and that is the Natural Rose Lip Liner. And there it is there. And I'll just pop that around my lips. I've got the natural brown, I showed that in my last video, and that's a lovely one as well. And you can use this with this lip. You could use that with this lip combo if you have that pencil, or any nude, rose, pink, or nude brown pencil. But in my capsule collection, I would have the nude rose. And the reason why I'd have the nude rose is a lot of the colour lipsticks I wear does have pink in it. So yeah, great to define the lip with a lip liner as you're maturing. I don't go too far into the corners. It's so good to define your lip as you're getting older, because again, it's another illusion of looking more youthful as well. So that is the lip liner there. And then one of my favorite all-time lipsticks from Chanel, and they still make it. They've made it for absolutely years, and it is the Rouge Cocoa in number 5, Mademoiselle. It's just lovely, and it's one of them mauvey, cooler toned lipsticks that suits virtually everybody. And there it is there. It's just lovely. It's neutral but slightly cool toned as well. And I think it's one of the biggest selling lipsticks that Chanel does. Another one that's really good is Adrienne. That's very popular too. And Cecile is a really nice, that's more of a lilac based nude colour. Adrienne is more of a cool tone with a peach undertone. And then you just got this gorgeous, lovely, nude rose. Great for every day. Great lipstick in general. And that's that there. I like the Rouge Cocoa as well. I think my all-time favourite are Rouge Cocoa Flash, because I love that balmy sort of high shine. But in the Rouge Cocoa, I have Edith, which was my nan's name. But it's a lovely cool tone pink for spring and summer. Hello, Bubby. And then, like say, Mademoiselle, just a great everyday shade. Finally, to completely finish off the look, I'm going to do a little spritz of Gabrielle essence. The essence is a lovely fresh perfume. It's like a, oh, it's lovely. It's like, it's just like a really heady, musky, flowery, but then it's got, you feel like there's almost grapefruit growing on. Oh, it's just one of my favourite perfumes. Just love it. Very indulgent. So yeah, there's my capsule collection from Chanel. Say I would keep, I like to keep my makeup completely wearable for the day. Oh, and all the items I put on my face is what I'd have in my collection. I think they're quite essential to the collection. So yeah, I'd never go out without a mascara on. I find the great versatility in having a natural eyeshadow palette is it's so versatile. You can do so much with it. You can even take that and put it on as an eyeliner over the eye as well as underneath, you know, the deeper brown shade. It goes well into the socket. There's that lovely pink coming through. Just a very natural look all over the lid. A lovely rosy toned natural blush to go with the lipstick, and then the you just can't do without the bronze universal, you know, the bronze tan to Chanel. It's just amazing, and they do 3 shades in that now, so you'd pick one for your own skin tone. The Mademoiselle in the Rouge Coco line just about suits every single skin tone. And then, like I say, that lovely pearly glow, which is what it is. It's just, it's what it says on the bottle, isn't it? It's a lovely pearly glow highlighter. Does not, as you can see, it's not sitting into any of my lines, not even in my pores. It's just beautiful. And then the Bois de Chanel concealer, really nice, very natural. None of my lines are highlighted around my eyes. And then the Brood, you know, the Brun Natural in number 30 eyebrow pencil. Sharpening pencils last ages as opposed to twist up pencils, and even the brow gels don't last quite as long as the pencils, I would say. And then obviously the base I've used today is number 1, but I equally love Vita Lumiere Aqua if you want a beautiful glowy base. It's very water based. Number 1 is more like that, but with the skincare through. And again, it's light to medium coverage. If you want a more medium coverage, then you would go with the Le Beige. And if you want more of a matte, then the Velvet Matte. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. I would love to hear in the comments what your little, if you had a capsule collection from Chanel, what would you put in it? What would be different to my capsule collection? And yeah, please, if you got to the end of the video and you've watched all the way through, really please press a like. It would really help the algorithm. And if you're not yet subscribed and keep coming back, please subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed and haven't seen any of my other videos, please check them out and then subscribe. And if I don't normally ask this, but if you could also share the video, that would be great as well. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and bye from me and Fluffy, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.